Shut up. Amir.
Jimmy, over here to your right. Can you talk about the mindset you specifically brought into this game, and in particular how you viewed things in the fourth quarter and what you were able to give the team in that period?
Man, to tell you the truth, I just happened to make a couple of shots. Everybody told me to come out aggressive, shoot the shots that are there. And I still think that I passed the ball when I wasn't open. Maybe a little bit later, as some people may say. But all in all, man, we guarded. I think that's the reason that we won.
Joe, over here to your right. You guarded Siakam. That was a big change from last game. It kind of seems similar to when you guarded Giannis a little bit earlier this year. Did it kind of remind you of that, guarding somebody on the perimeter?
Yeah. Obviously, they're all long athletes. Can run the floor and push the ball in transition. He shoots a low percentage for anywhere around the top of the key. So the goal was to make him drive, make him go left, and I think he did a good job today.
For both of you guys, what does it say about this team? There's a lot been made of the struggles up here. It's a tough place to play. This is a very tough team. What does it say about this team for you guys to come in here, get a win, take away home court advantage from the Raptors?
I think we just did our job. Everybody wants to paint a picture that we haven't won here in however many years. I'm just glad that we came out on top. We don't care how many games we've lost, nothing like that. But going home, we just need to do the same thing we did tonight. Obviously, they're going to make some adjustments, as will we probably. But as long as we get back, guard and rebound, don't turn the ball over, we'll be all right.
Can you talk, Joel, about what this game was like physically going through this for you, and in particular the pass you hit Jimmy with for the three, and then the layup that ultimately put the game away?
Man, if you've had whatever the name is, if you had the sheets before. Joe? If you've had it before, you would know how it feels. But these are my guys, and want to show up every night, play hard. And tonight, felt like that was a big game for us. After game one, we all felt like we had a chance. That after a few adjustments, we could get on top, and tonight we did that, but that's all that matters. The win is great, so now we got to go home and take our business.
Jimmy, right here in front of you. Coach came in here and he said this wasn't Jimmy Butler tonight, it was James Butler, because how mature.
My name isn't James, literally it's Jimmy.
He talked about your maturity. What do you think he was seeing there that made him feel that way?
I don't know. I'm telling you, they put a lot of confidence in me before the game. I put in a lot of work last night as well as this morning, but all in all, man, it was a team effort. I always go back to defense. We get stops, we're taking off into the open floor. Guys are making plays like Joe and Ben. Whenever we're playing like that, guarding like that, we're such a good team. We definitely have to continue to do it and know that on any given night, it's going to be somebody's night. We have the group of guys that anybody can get high. Anybody can put the ball in the basket. You feed that high hand.
Back here, guys. For both of you, I guess, we were talking earlier about the adjustment of having Joel on Pascal and how that kind of messed with their offense. And Jimmy, you talked about how you guys guarded. Early in the game, aside from them just missing shots, did you guys get the sense almost that they seemed almost confused offensively, that you guys had maybe caught them off guard at all?
No. We knew what we were doing going into this game, especially with the adjustments we made. We knew that Pascal, he had a big game in game one, and me guarding him, that was my job to slow him down. And guys like Jimmy, Ben, they did a great job on Kawhi. And we just, like you say, if we just follow the game plan tonight, we turned the ball over. We turned the ball too much. So that's definitely got to change. But I don't know about them, but we feel like we follow whatever we have planned, and we got the win.
Joel, how long before the game did you know that you'd be able to play? And Brett was talking about you taking IVs really all the way up to the time you guys came out, and watching tape on with your other hand on an iPad. What was it? How close were you to not playing?
I knew I was playing. There's no way I was missing this game. Like I said, this game was really important to us. It doesn't matter what I had. I was gonna play, so it doesn't matter.
How many IVs do you think you took?
It doesn't matter.
Jimmy, what did the sorry, had to do it. What did the bench give you guys tonight specifically? James, Greg, Jonah had a couple key plays when he was in there. Both of you guys can answer that if you want.
Yeah, they came in and made shots. That always helps. But more than anything, they were guarding. Their IQ showed with the passes that they made, knowing the scout report, knowing how we're guarding certain guys. We continually need it. You know, we hype them up, shoot the ball when you're open. The game it's really simple. And we just want everybody aggressive. But they came in and did their job.
How much did pride factor into your performance tonight, just not having a repeat performance from Saturday?
Pride?
Yeah.
Not too much. I know what I'm capable of. I know what my guy right here is capable of. We just got to go hoop, stay together, through good, through bad, and we'll be fine. We know how good of a team we have. The coaches, my teammates, we have the utmost confidence in everybody on our roster. I don't think pride got too much to do with it. The game's easy, game's simple. Just go out there and compete.
Joël, question in French pour Choc FM Toronto. On vous sent moins... Oui, ça va? Une question en français? En français. OK, rapidement. On vous sent moins agressif depuis le début de série. Est-ce que c'est dû à votre blessure ou c'est juste la fatigue de fin de saison?
Il y a mon genou qui me dérange depuis la fin de la saison. Donc ça joue vraiment un grand rôle de la manière dont je bouge sur le terrain et tout. Mais il faut que je continue à pousser. Aujourd'hui, j'étais un peu malade et tout ça. Mais il faut seulement que je continue à pousser. Et puis, quand j'entre sur le terrain, j'oublie toujours qu'il y a quelque chose qui ne va pas et tout ça. Là. Mais il faut continuer à pousser.
Well, not a comfortable night for Joel Embiid, but he made the biggest shot and also stepped in defensively. It's even at 1. We'll look ahead to Game 3, put a bow on this Game 1 of our doubleheader night.
Who are you? I am failure. Failure? I thought I defeated you. Perhaps. But more success sows more doubt. That doesn't concern me. Your weakness should concern you. I still remember how to beat you.
Introducing the $6 King Box. Choose from the flame grilled Whopper, spicy crispy chicken, crispy
concept and all, but you know when they need him to step up, maybe he's a little bit out of rhythm and you know not as comfortable as he was when he was the second leading scorer on the team.
Yeah, I think from a comfort level standpoint, and there'll be a lot of conversation. Look, Gasol, what he did defensively in Game 1, you need him there, but when Serge's not on the floor. First, he wasn't starting. Now he's not really playing much. You're not getting any efficiency whatsoever. His shot is off. He was 1 out of 5. For Marc Gasol, look, played Embiid extremely well tonight, despite the fact that we know Embiid not himself. But Gasol 1 of 6 from the floor, 5 points. Not enough to help his team get a win. Here he is after the loss.
So the shots not enough falling tonight. You guys happy with the looks? Simply a matter of shots not falling?
For the most part, yeah. I thought that we. I think that if we made some of those shots early on, the adjustments that they made probably would have been changed or they would have went somewhere else. But not making those shots gave them confidence on what they were trying to do and kind of got us out of our flow and it took us a minute. And then, but I'm proud of how we fought back into the game, how we competed. So we're going to make our adjustments and on to game 3.
On a broken possession like that, you end up with a pretty good look for the guy that shot the ball so well and deep in that shot. How confident are you guys that he is that shot?
It's not about that shot. That shot, it's a good shot. Sometimes you make it, sometimes you miss it. It's not about that shot. The game was not won by them or lost by us on that shot.
They changed up their looks defensively to start the game. What did you see?
And to finish the game.
Yeah. What did you see from that? And
It's obvious what they're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish, and like I said, if we would have made shots early on, I don't know how they would have felt about that scheme. Gotta work on it, gotta make adjustments, and get ready for game 3.
Did you feel like there was a letdown to start the game after such a dominant game 1?
I don't think letdown is the right choice for us, at least. I think that we got a little stagnant and trying to figure out the mismatches that we had, and kind of slowed our flow and slow things down. Played on one side of the floor, allowed them to load, and that kind of messed us up a little bit and frustrated us, which it's a good adjustment.
Overall, going back 1-1 with the split, you're still able to turn them over a lot today.
Mm-hmm. I'm not someone that looks at it's the first 1 to 4. You made your adjustments for game 3. Either way, you're down, you're up, you're tied. It's about the next game. There's no other way around. It's till one of the two teams wins 4 games. This is what it is.
Well, for offensively right now, when you look at the Raptors, we kind of broke down what they are and what they aren't. But I want to go to the Ibaka thing again because, and I know look, Serge is a guy who his game has changed over the years, but he can kind of still adapt. He can take it inside if you want, get a big rebound, shoot a 3. 13 minutes for a guy who was starting playing 30 plus and well over that for most of the year. How hard is it for him to find any kind of rhythm in the minutes he's getting now off the bench?
Yeah, I think offensively very difficult for Serge in short minutes to have the type of rhythm that he's capable of having in terms of shooting the mid-range shot. He's improved in terms of shooting the 3 and being able to space the floor on the offensive end. But I also think even his timing and confidence on the defensive side also can be hurt by not being on the floor as much. That's where he seems to be struggling. Even tonight, with only 1 rebound, it's not that he's a 15 or 20 a night rebound guy, but he's definitely more impactful on the boards and changing shots than what he's showing so far.
And look, I think human element, you're probably not happy. I'm not saying he's trying to hurt the team. I'm not saying that team guy. We don't talk about human beings. You're a starter. You're playing well. The team's in a 1 or 2 seed, and then the guy gets traded, and all of a sudden now he's starting ahead of you, right?
Yeah, but Serge is a team guy, and it's to me less about being unhappy and more about when you're playing 30 minutes, you're in the flow of the game.
Active.
I mean, if you're sitting over there while the game's going on and you get thrown in there for 6-7 minutes, and you're asked to produce it the same way you were when you were starting. It's a different rhythm. And you see it time and time again, guys that are used to playing big minutes asked to come in and play bench roles, and they can't do it. Or they can't do it nearly as effective. So, in this game, Serge probably struggled with that a little bit, and they got to find a way to get him going.
5 points off the bench, not going to cut it. Kawhi did his best, scored only 35 this time, but 80 points in the first 2 games of the series. Here he is after the loss.
I think we, came out in a little mud, running slow in that first quarter. We picked it up second quarter a little bit, and, we just dug ourselves in a hole a little early.
Do you think that had more to do with some adjustments they made between games, or was that more internal?
I feel like them putting Harris on Mark probably got us out of rhythm a little bit, and once we figured it out, I feel like we started playing better, and I just feel like really, that first quarter as well, just our defense. I think they scored 26 points, 28 points. We don't want them to score that many.
You spent most of that first half kind of watching what their adjustment is to you, learning it, and then second.
Clearly, as you hear from Kawhi on the other side, it wasn't the star quality night that Joel Embiid wanted for himself, but was not feeling well. But he made the biggest shot of the night. Most of the other big shots were made by Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy Butler had 30 combined the last 3